From humble beginnings often come the seeds of greatness. Dr. Arch B. Alexander was reared in rural Oklahoma, where he mastered the qualities that would lead to a life of service to vocational education and to humanity. Arch graduated from Arapahoe High School in 1940 and began college at Southwestern Oklahoma State University in Weatherford. During the Second World War, Arch left college to serve in the Army Air Corps, fighting for his country in the skies over Europe. After the war, he returned to college, graduating in 1946. He began his teaching career at Hobart High School and became Dean of Sayre Junior College in 1947. To serve as a company commander in Korea. He returned to his duties as Dean of Sayre Junior College in 1952 and earned a master's degree in education from the University of Oklahoma in 1953. In 1954, he became superintendent of schools at Sayre and served concurrently as president of Sayre Junior College, where he remained until 1965. During these years and throughout his busy life, Dr. Alexander has managed to find time to spend with his family, and he always made a special effort to be with family and friends for holidays and special occasions. Dr. Alexander came to Stillwater to serve as Assistant State Coordinator for Area Vocational Technical Education in 1965. But he was persuaded to return to Southwestern Oklahoma the following year as Dean of Academic Affairs at Cameron State College in Lawton. In 1967, Dr. Alexander returned to the Oklahoma Department of OTEC as Assistant State Director. He became Deputy Director in 1972, where he remained until his retirement in 1985. During his tenure at the Oklahoma Department of OTEC, Dr. Alexander was instrumental in the establishment and development of Oklahoma's Quick Start Industry Training Program. And he supervised the industry training program. He received his Doctorate of Education in General Administration from the University of Oklahoma in 1978. In 1983, Dr. Alexander coordinated participant training in Oklahoma institutions for trainees from Egypt in a joint effort sponsored by USAID, RCA, and the Egyptian government. Dr. Alexander has accomplished a great deal professionally. He was consultant for the Coastal Plains Regional Commission in South Carolina in 1968 and 69. And was a consultant to the United States Office of Education, Personnel Development for Vocational Teachers and Administrators from 1969 through 1977. He received the American Vocational Educators Professional Development Association's Outstanding Service Award in 1978. Dr. Alexander provided state and national leadership in vocational education personnel development and in economic development. He served on the American Vocational Association's committee working to rewrite vocational education legislation. Dr. Alexander has remained extremely active since his retirement in 1985, conducting staff development projects for technical high schools in Jamaica and developing a manual for industry and education advisory committees, also in Jamaica. A retired Army officer, Dr. Alexander is an adjunct associate professor of education at OSU. He provided the same service for the University of Oklahoma in 1983 and 84. In June of 1991, he was inducted into the Oklahoma Educators Hall of Fame. Dr. Alexander coordinates international visitors study tours for the Oklahoma Department of VOTEC. Arch remains a world traveler in retirement, and he's traveled all over the United States, in Canada, Mexico, Western Europe, Western Africa, Brazil, Japan, and the Caribbean. And even though he's retired, Arch is as busy as ever, serving education and his community. Yet he still finds plenty of time to devote to family and friends. And accomplishments and honors have been mentioned here tonight. Dr. Arch Alexander has made an indelible mark on vocational and technical education in Oklahoma, the nation, and around the world. He stands as a symbol of quality education, one of the reasons Oklahoma Votech is the finest in the nation.